Alright, so if you've seen some of the recent clips on Twitch or in the YouTube shorts, you'll notice I'm using a lot of new prismatic tech. I've been practicing with this stuff a lot since the final shape dropped, and it's kind of some stuff that I've learned and cultivated over the course of, the last, I don't know, few months since the expansion drop. So one of the big things, and we'll go over kind of the build that I use, and this could be even faster. I don't have a prismatic build with stompies, but this could be even quicker if I wanted it to, now that I'm thinking about it, right? But here's the thing with the movement tech, right? We're relying on 3 key things: blink, grapple, and our Ascension. And you would think like, oh, it's weird that you want to use Ascension, but you're using Threaded Spectre as well. I've got a bunch of other stuff that make it to where I'll get my, class ability back quicker. I'll get, some benefits from having it. So with my class ability coming up pretty often, I have a couple different options when I'm in combat. If you don't want to run this, you could run Stylish Executioner. My big thing is if you run Stylish Executioner instead, you're losing a fragment slot, which isn't a big deal. It's just something that, like, I like having all of these available to me. But again, not a huge deal. You don't have to have it. So let's go into the first little bit. You guys obviously know grapple melee, right? Gets me pretty far. Gets me almost to the stairs from here, right? From the stairs right here, which is not bad, not bad. But if I go and I run up and I blink immediately after I dodge, or immediately after I grapple, you'll see that I get to the exact same spot, right around the exact area, but I was way faster, right? So if I'm just grappling normal, I get here in a couple seconds, right? If I blink with it, I get to the apex of my grapple way faster while still keeping the same momentum. So then I land in the same spot just a lot quicker, right? You can also delay it just a little bit afterwards, but there is a small window. If you wait for too long, sometimes the grapple won't work, so you got to be a little careful about it. But that's the blink grappling. Getting into the next piece of tech, I really like this one because you get the fucking zoomies, right? If I go, I grapple, and then at the apex of the grapple, I pop Ascension. You'll notice I went significantly farther. Right? Do it again. That time, I went a little too late. You got to be careful about your timing. But you'll see that I'm going significantly farther. So that's a good way to be able to traverse a little bit faster. And you pop Amplified, which also pops the Facet of Hope, which procs your dodge regen to come up a lot faster. So you have your dodge up more often, and you'll have like a full dodge back by the time Facet of Hope is done boosting. It's actually really fucking helpful. If I go a step further, you can do what I call the Ascension Blink Grapple. So if I blink grapple and then pop Ascension, you'll see that I get some crazy airtime super fast. And it's just a way for me to quickly traverse areas of the map. Like, you can get through a third of the map borderline instantaneously. And you'll see in a lot of clips, that's how I get to certain areas of the map where I can get into gunfights a lot faster. This can also lead into stuff like this. And the sun is still out.
The strength of the pack.
All right, I'm
Those are
primed.
the hams of a lunatic.
Never mind, I'm not primed.
More.
I was primed for all of half a second.
Glad to hear it, buddy.
Inspiring. The strength of the pack.
Don't move
Don't need it to, Brian.
I need a wall.
You can lead into a lot of different plays with the Prismatic Hunter kit this way. And it's lots of different options, right? So if you don't have certain abilities up, like if I don't have my grapple up and I know I have my dodge up, I have times where I can, use the Strand Clone instead of the Ascension and just be able to combat that a little bit better, right? I can, make a few plays and do my thing, and then when my grapple comes up, then if I don't have my blink, or if I don't have my dodge, I can still do some good movement stuff. And then I don't have my grapple so that I can pop the strand clone and still do things. I have smoke for obvious reasons because smoke is really good. But then let's say I get my grapple back. Another thing you got to be mindful of too is, again, it's just practicing your timing. Sometimes you'll pop it a little too soon or a little too late. If you're already past the apex of the grapple when you pop Ascension, you won't carry that same momentum. Or if you pop it immediately afterwards, like immediately after you blink. There's a little window that you can hit in order to really get it. I've also noticed that if you have it on more of like an upward angle, it's usually more consistent about giving you that fucking speed. So if I... And you can still use your grapple after the blink and after the Ascension. So if I still have my grapple melee up for a good bit. So you see how I could just traverse around that corner? Or if I... See, there's a lot of different... Just a little movement tech stuff I wanted to go over because... You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can spin it around. I like using Ascension for if I'm like if I'm in a gunfight here, I'm losing, I got to skedaddle. I can blink here and then Ascension around the corner. It breaks line of sight from that dude. He can't shoot me, which is great. There's just a lot of options that are available here, right? See, I came all the way around that wall and made it right here to be able to pull a gunfight from over this way. There's just a lot of different little... Just a lot of different options you got. But yeah, that's it. If you have questions about it or anything like that, leave them in the comments below. This was just like a little quick tutorial on how to do some of these cooler movement tech pieces. And like I said, thanks for watching. Come hang out on Twitch. We're streaming PvP and stuff all the time. We'd love to have you in. This is where you're going to see all of this stuff in play, and then you'll see clips online. I might post some videos here and there, but Twitch is the main media source now. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yeet!